Hello guys, welcome to basic nursing classes. Myself Amanpreet. So today we are moving on with the electrolytes. In the previous class we discussed about calcium and magnesium and potassium, and now we are going to discuss sodium, which is also an important element in the body. So normal value you need to know, it's 135 to 145 milli equivalents per liter. And let's move on to hypernatremia and hyponatremia in the body. The hyponatremia, when it happens in the body, it creates a situation just like dehydration. Okay, and hyponatremia, it creates a situation just like fluid overload or fluid excess in the body. Okay, and dehydration signs and symptoms, they are similar as to DKA, that is diabetic ketoacidosis, or HHNK, that is hyperosmolar hyperglycemic non-ketosis. Okay, and fluid excess or fluid overload stage, that sign and symptoms, they exactly match with the sign and symptoms of SIADH, that is syndrome of an inappropriate antidiuretic hormone. And these both DKA and SIADH we will discuss in another video. Okay, and apart from this, there will be lethargy, confusion and fatigue in extreme stage. Okay, in extreme hyper or hypo. Okay, and one more thing which is important to remember, that is an early and universal sign and symptom in any electrolyte imbalance, whether it's sodium or potassium or calcium or magnesium, there will be paresthesia, that is numbness and tingling sensation in the muscles because of muscle weakness. Okay, that is everywhere, either is hyper or hypo, and it appears at early stage. Okay, so whenever a question comes like select all that apply and there is option paresthesia, always pick that option, because that's correct, that appears at any imbalance in the body. Okay, so now let's move on to corrections of imbalance in the body of electrolytes. And the most commonly asked correction is about the potassium, because potassium is very important element in the heart functioning. High levels of potassium can even stop the heart. Okay, so when the potassium is high in the cells, not in the blood, it's very lethal. So we have to take out potassium out of cells. There are two ways to take out potassium. First is fast way and second is slow way. Obviously the fast way will be IV and it will be temporary, but the slow way is permanent. How do we do that? Through IV, we normally give D5W and regular insulin IV, and in the slow way we give the Kegzylate. Okay, in Kegzylate there is sodium inside it, and when we give Kegzylate there is exchange of sodium and potassium. Okay, obviously when we exchange then switch sodium with the potassium, there will be in high levels of sodium, which create a same situation as like dehydration. Okay, so in dehydration you just have to hydrate the body. Okay, because potassium is more lethal than sodium. Firstly you have to correct potassium, we can correct sodium later on by hydrating. Okay, and there is one more thing to know about potassium, that it is never given IV push, it's always given through the it's always given like very slow in the fluids. Okay, and it's not given more than 40 milli equivalents per liter, and if the prescription says that it's more than 40 milli equivalents per liter, so you have to clarify with the physician. Okay, because it's very lethal if you give potassium at a high rate. Okay, and potassium is the worst imbalance in the body than any other imbalance in the body. Okay, so these are the important points to remember in electrolyte imbalance. So that's all. Good luck for your exam. Thank you.